on the Blockbuster Busters Halloween Havoc.
Honestly, I was expecting a real challenge.
Zombie.
And I looked upon your pale, blank, and motionless face and the blackest eyes. The devil's eyes. And I realized that what was living behind those eyes was purely and simply evil. Greetings, fanboys and fangirls. I'm Erod, and I'm the Blockbuster Buster. Oh, Rob Zombie, your fans are so polarized that they either defend you to the death for your one cult hit, The Devil's Rejects, or they're chasing after you with torches and pitchforks for your remakes of the Halloween movies. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it a million times. While the original Halloween may not be the first slasher movie, it is the film that set the groundwork for the genre and paved the way for all the other great slasher franchises, like Friday the 13th and A Nightmare on Elm Street. The premise is simple. Mental patient and deranged killer Michael Myers escapes from an insane asylum to finish the killing spree he started 15 years ago, all the while wearing a William Shatner mask. Hey, if I saw the Shat coming at me with a knife, I would shat myself. If you claim to be a horror fan and you haven't seen the original Halloween, first of all, shame on you. Second of all, watch it now, cause there will be spoilers ahead. This one is required viewing, folks. It is my personal opinion that John Carpenter's Halloween has the greatest opening scene in horror history, and I do not wish to give it away to those of you unfortunate enough not to have seen it yet. Now, before everybody and their mom points out that Mike J already reviewed this film, I want to assure everyone that I did my best to call him just to make sure that it was okay with him. However, I couldn't get him on the phone because he's really busy with NerdQuest right now. But I did get the British bastard on the phone, and this is what he said. Bogger off, you spiky hard pillock. Pillock is like a king over there, right? Oh well, enough jawing. Let's take a look at one of the greatest horror movies of all time, Get Zombified! So our movie begins in the Myers home, where we meet a young and rather creepy Michael Myers, as well as his mom, his sister, and his mom's boyfriend. I'm pretty sure they're not married. The movie doesn't really explain their relationship very well, but what we do know is that boyfriend guy was injured and can't work, so mom is supporting both him and her kids by stripping. Yup, there's a scene in a strip club, in a Halloween movie. Somewhere out there, Michael Bay just punched the wall and said,
Fuck, why didn't I think of that?
So Michael and his sister come down to have breakfast before they head out to school and...
I'm all broken up here, bitch. I can't work.
Give me that book.
Man, that bitch got herself a nice little dumper.
What did you just say to her?
What'd you do to him? Stroke him to death? Elvis.
You know what? Take that damn thing off. You are starting to annoy me, boy.
I hate you.
And I hate you too. You see this? As soon as this heals, I'm gonna break it again on your fucking face.
Oh my god, what the hell is wrong with these people? Are they from a parallel douchebag dimension?
Scanner reads douchebag.
Jeez Louise, I can't wait for the kids to get out of the house so they can interact with some normal people that aren't quite such extreme ass
I heard your sister got caught selling blowjobs in the bathroom.
holes. What the hell is wrong with the people in this movie? Does this even take place on the same Earth as our own? And oh my god, it's Junie from Spy Kids.
Oh, hey, shit pants.
Junie just cursed!
Hey, Mikey, how's your mom doing? You know, my old man said that for $1 she'd rub her tits on his face.
You're Junie!
What the hell is going on here?
So the principal comes in and breaks up the bathroom brawl and calls in Michael's mother. But as it turns out, he didn't call her because of the fight. He called her because Michael had pictures of mutilated animals in his backpack.
Miss Myers, this is Dr. Loomis. I took the liberty of calling him in.
Mrs. Myers, typically the thrill of hurting or causing pain to smaller creatures. It's often an early warning sign.
Early warning sign for what?
For much deeper and bigger problems.
So he's got a creepy hobby, so what? Maybe he's into taxidermy, or maybe he's a huge fan of the Happy Tree Friends. This doesn't necessarily mean that he's gonna grow up to be a serial killer. Never mind.
This is for Spy Kids 1, and this is for Spy Kids 2, and this is for Spy Kids 3D.
He is really not a big fan of Robert Rodriguez. Now, before we move on, I have to ask, what is the deal with the Happy Clown mask? If you're trying to disguise yourself, well, I hate to break it to you, kid, but you're the only 5'2" boy with long blonde hair in this entire town. Green Lantern's domino mask is more effective.
Hal?
Miss.
Hal? Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god, Hal!
How did you know it was me?
What do you mean? I've known you my whole life. I've seen you naked. You don't think I would recognize you because I can't see your cheekbones?
So Halloween night arrives, and Michael's sister plans a romantic evening with her boyfriend, who tries to turn her on by putting on William Shatner's pale, expressionless face.
Wow.
What?
Take that stupid thing off.
Come on, babe. I want to do it with the mask on.
Guys, it isn't just the face that makes William Shatner a super stud, he also has the moves to back it up. At that very moment, Michael comes home, and without a single inciting incident, he decides to go on his infamous killing spree. He takes out the boyfriend, the crippled douchebag, and then dons his signature mask to go after his sister, and, is this supposed to be scary? It's just a little kid in a mask. I see children dressed up like this during Halloween every year. God damn it, Rob Zombie, in 30 minutes you ruined the best scene in the entire franchise! Look, the original Halloween opens with a masked killer stalking and killing an entire family. The entire scene is done in real time, from the point of view of the killer, with no noticeable cuts, all of which climaxes with the killer shockingly being revealed as a 10-year-old Michael Myers. We don't get a backstory, we don't get a traumatic childhood, the movie makes no pointless efforts to humanize him. He was always a killer, that's all you need to know. This entire opening act is degrading to the franchise, and just as pointless as taking a badass character like Darth Vader and showing him as a cute little... oh, fuck. I'm sorry, I forgot. I think I made my point. Michael spares his mom and his baby sister and is committed to a mental institution.
Hey, Mikey.
While at the mental institution, Michael begins having sessions with Dr. Samuel Loomis, played by fan favorite Malcolm McDowell. Now, up to this point, the movie has crammed 1,000,001 reasons for Michael growing up to be a serial killer. But now that he is actually getting the attention and treatment that he needs, he actually starts to get worse. He no longer speaks, and he starts making masks, which he wears all the time. Now, I don't know anything about mental therapy or serious mental conditions, but my point is, this is a movie. If you're going to spend 30 to 40 minutes trying to explain something and then not explain it at all, you're wasting everyone's time! In the original movie, John Carpenter quickly, cleanly, and effectively establishes Michael as a disturbed killer. The reason for him being a killer is inconsequential. We don't need an explanation. All you need to know is that he was already a mass murderer as a child, and as an adult, he's going to be 10 times worse. So now that Michael has become a mute, mask-wearing psycho, his mom and Dr. Loomis find that this is the best time to leave him alone with a fork, a nurse, and no security.
Couldn't be related to you.
Wasn't that the kid who brutally murdered 3 people on Halloween night? Yes, he was. I knew he looked familiar. The mask threw me off. So we fast forward 15 years later. where we find that Michael is still at the insane asylum, and he had a growth spur. Actually, apparently he had 3 of them. So 2 of the employees at the insane asylum break in at night to rape one of the patients. Now, in a normal movie, that by itself would be shocking enough to get the point across, but not in Rob Zombie's infinitely deranged, perverted douchebag dimension, where William Shatner masks make women horny, and giving mental patients sharp objects is a peachy keen idea. Oh no! You see, they're not just going to rape this girl, they're going to break into Michael Myers' room, and then they're gonna rape her. Oh god. Could we just cut to the part where these 2 assholes die before I have an aneurysm? Before Michael can mutilate any more of the staff, Danny Trejo shows up to try and subdue him. Now, Danny is Michael's only friend, so if anybody should be able to subdue him, it should be— oh my god, I forgot Michael Myers hates Robert Rodriguez.
And this is for Spy Kids 1, and this is for Spy Kids 3D, and this is for Predators!
Later, the asylum administrators discuss Michael's escape with Dr. Loomis.
I mean, you're responsible. He's been like a comatose kitty for 15 years.
If our security wasn't sufficient, Sammy, you should have warned us.
What security? Do you mean the 2 rapists and the Mexican janitor? So Michael is out and about, but since he can't roam around in his asylum pajamas, he decides to steal a jumpsuit from a trucker in a public bathroom. Holy shit, it's Ken Foree! Ken Foree is one of my all-time favorite badasses. He is so badass that when Leatherface killed him in Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3, he was re-edited into the movie with no explanation. I'm not kidding about that, look it up! And now he's gonna give Michael Myers a real fight because nobody fucks with— Oh, okay, Michael, I think you got him. Okay, yeah, he's definitely dead, dude. I don't think they're gonna re-edit him into this movie. After getting the jumpsuit, Michael visits the old abandoned Myers home to get his mask back. And I have to admit, this scene is pretty awesome, especially if you're a fan. You know, we've spent nearly half the movie with Michael Myers and we are yet to see Laurie Strode. Oh, some of you don't know who Laurie Strode is. Laurie is Michael's baby sister, who was adopted by the Strode family after the massacre. In the original film, she was played by super actress Jamie Lee Curtis. Not only did the role give her the title of Scream Queen, but it basically jump-started her career. Laurie was the first slasher heroine. She was virtuous and noble and the complete opposite of Michael. Almost saintly in the way that she would—
Screwdriver, Mommy, you want a hammer? Look at this, Mom. Laurie!
Thank you, Rob Zombie. Thank you for ruining the character of Laurie Strode and simultaneously ruining bagels for me. You fucker! Oh yeah, before I forget.
Mason, Laurie!
Who the fuck acts this way in front of their mother? If me or my sister would have sexually molested a bagel in front of our mom, she would have reacted as thus. So Halloween draws near. Laurie is gearing up to babysit for the night while their friends get ready to do all the dumb shit that kids do in these movies. Michael is ready to start his killing spree, and for the first time in 50 minutes does this movie actually start to resemble the original.
I mean, you need a boyfriend!
Annie, I don't need a boyfriend.
No,
I'm
that's
fine.
not— I meant you need—
Annie!
Oh my god! There are children sitting right there! What the hell is wrong with you people?
Hey, weren't you that bitch that was humping Laurie in front of those kids? Totally inappropriate. Now hold still so I can stab you and shit.
I agree. That was totally inappropriate.
Totally.
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 Totally. So we get a few cool homages to the original movie, and for the most part from this point on, the movie flows in the same manner as the original, but with more tits.
See anything you like?
Other than that, there is not much anything that is new or shocking. Oh! Woo! Oh, you got me, Rob. Woo! You got me, bro. That was a good jump scare. So Michael finally throws caution to the wind and goes after Laurie. Why is she holding her ass? Did he stab her in the ass and I miss it? So chronologically, this would be the scene where Dr. Loomis finally catches up with them and shoots Michael, saving the day. But nope, that doesn't happen yet. Instead, we see this. If you're straining your eyes trying to figure out what the fuck you're looking at, believe me, you're wasting your time. I'll explain it as best as I can. Apparently, Michael didn't want to kill Lori. Instead, he takes her to a dirt-filled basement where he has his dead mother's tombstone on display. He proceeds to take off his mask and just sit there. And what exactly is the naked corpse of Lori's friend Linda doing in the middle of the room? More tits?
Oh, damn, why didn't I think of that?
Oh, this is stupid. Just stab him in the neck and run away already.
You motherfucker!
So finally, Loomis shows up and saves the day. And then he goes on to deliver one of the most famous lines from the original movie.
Is that the boogeyman?
As a matter of fact, I do believe it was.
Well, that wasn't so tedious. Oh, it's still going. Gotta love the fake out endings.
Michael, stop!
What happened? Is it over? Did the good guys win? Oh, who gives a shit? This movie is a hellacious hollow of hallucinogenic horridness. The original movie is a masterpiece that needs no remake, and this movie more than proves that. This whole movie is just terribly unpleasant, especially when it comes to the characters. I hate these disgusting perverted douchebags with all the darkness of my heart. I'd take Shia LaBeouf any day over these depraved, insipid, hedonistic Neanderthals. I don't know what backwards reality Rob Zombie was trying to capture here, but it's definitely not a real or relatable one. Outside of a lot of good cameos and the beautiful cinematography, the only other good thing that this movie has going for it is Tyler Mane as Michael Myers. He is very much the big badass force of nature that Michael is supposed to be, and I wouldn't mind it at all if Mane came back to play Michael Myers again in another movie. While I can respect they were trying to give their own spin to the character of Laurie Strode, did they have to turn her into an annoying perverted hoe bag? Could they at least make her a little likable? I mean, damn! Now, I do realize that the original movie is so airtight because of the budget constraints. But in that case, John Carpenter made those constraints work to his favor. Here, with all the resources at his disposal, Zombie just gave us a heavily padded bit of fluff that is barely worthy of being in the same genre as the original film. Wait a minute, hold on, let me check on something. Yep, heavy. I figured. And now I'm gonna jinx myself aloud by saying something stupid like, there couldn't possibly be a movie worse than this one. And then Rob Zombie's Halloween 2 will appear. Of course. Crypty?
Yes, Aaron?
You're an asshole! Join the Legion, suckers!